I have three major points for you today, as I always do. Here's the first one. The first thing you need to do to guarantee your success is personalize your plan. Personalize your plan, which is the presumption that you will have a plan. And you will have a plan in writing. So it's not just a wish list, okay? So you're going to personalize your plan. The second thing is become the consummate pro. You got to be a pro. This is a professionals market. A little different than what a professionals market looked like 5 years ago, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then the third thing that you can absolutely guarantee your success is to improve yourself. Improve yourself, improve your business. You know, when you're a self-employed person, your business is going to go as far as you go. I've said many times, you can double your income as fast as you double your self-esteem. And so we're going to talk about that specifically and what to do about it, okay? So the first thing in writing your personalized plan is you got to write meaningful goals. You got to write meaningful goals. Now, a lot of the people come to our events. We've put, almost 3 million people through the physical act of goal writing in the last 19, 20 years. And a lot of people who've been coming, and many of you have been coming for years and years, many people get into writing what I call duty goals. Okay, here's the things I should do. I should do this and I should do that. And it becomes a list. And there's nothing wrong with that. I need to make 200 grand. I need to pay off this debt. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are good goals to have. Those are typically stair-stepping goals. But you need to write meaningful goals. This year at our Success Tour, I have a whole new dynamic on how I'll be teaching to write goals that really jump off the page, grab you by the scruff of the neck, and drive you into action. But the goals got to have meaning to you, okay? Everyone has mentors. Everyone has people they followed along who influenced them. And I have so many mentors I've mentioned. Well, Martin Luther King had a mentor by the name of Benjamin Mays. And he said this. He said, tragedy in life doesn't happen in not reaching your goal. It lies in not having a goal to reach. And a powerful man, one of the first presidents of Morehouse University, his parents were slaves and became one of the thought leaders in the United States, and actually probably the seminal figure eventually in the civil rights movement after his death. But here's a man who was born to his parents as slaves, who ascended to the heights in academia in this country and in influence in this country. And he said the whole key came down to having a goal that you got to reach. So you got to write a meaningful goal. Something's like, this is important to me. And you got to be a little scared. You got to have a little dream action to it. And meaningful goals will ultimately that it means something to you, and that in the pursuit of it and in the acquisition or the achievement of it, it'll greatly impact those around you. That's usually what a meaningful goal looks like. Next, you got to prioritize your daily tasks. Okay? You got to prioritize your daily tasks. You have to prioritize. I'm going to give you an actual formula today for prioritization that I've never given away before as a gift to all of you. I'm actually going to give you the formula that I've used to how I actually prioritize my day to this day. But you have to prioritize your day. Now, the great late Stephen Covey said it this way. He goes, most of us spend our time, too much time on what is urgent and not enough on what's important. So what are the important things? You got to prioritize your day. You got to prioritize your tasks. And then the last thing is you got to maintain a budget. You got to have the budget. You got to have the finances in place. Now, why am I bringing this up? Why am I going back at the Success Tour this year to do a brand new session on how to be economically well-heeled in the new world? Because it's changed. It's changed around a lot. Like, give me an example. During the recession period of time, working on a budget meant you cut. During a recession, it meant you cut. That's what you did. You made cuts, and that was what budgeting meant. But when you actually start to have a market that's improved, we had over 5 million transactions take place in the United States last year. The market improved significantly, sixth best market in history. A lot of good, a lot of life back in the, in a little oxygen back in the lungs. Is that true? Okay. Now you have to budget, because now you have, what do I do with the money? Now, you know what to do with the money. You know how to spend it. Okay? You know how to catch up with stuff. You know how to get, but now you have to, if you have a solid market with solid market conditions, you got to have the budget. A. Latimer said this, a budget is simply a mathematical confirmation of our suspicions. Okay? People say to me all the time, oh, I'm not good with money. I'm just not good with money. You'd better be. That's like, I'm not good at driving in the lanes. I just don't like the lanes. The lanes don't do it for me. Okay? I think the bumps are for Braille, for blind people who drive. I just don't like the bumps. So I kind of drive any way I want. And I was in LA this week, and there's quite a few people like that. Here's what I'm going to share with you. Being good with money is not an option. Now, here's the thing. There's people who are naturally predisposed to be good with money. There are people who are predisposed to be good with numbers. There are people who are predisposed to be good with mathematics. But everybody can become good with money. Everybody. You got to find your way to do it, along with a couple of systems and structures that we teach. So that's where I would start. Okay? Plan. You got to have a plan. You got to have meaningful goals. You got to have a prioritized set of tasks. And you got to have your budget. You got to have your financial house ready to go. The second thing, and where I'm going to spend most of my time this morning, is in this market, it's all about being the consummate pro. It's going to be the consummate pro.